So you're thinking about buying a home in Florida. Let me be real with you. You don't need a glossy brochure. You need a survival guide. And that's exactly what we're doing today, giving you the brutally honest field guide for navigating what is, without a doubt, one of the wildest real estate markets in the entire country.
This quote from realtor Iryna Talmachova just nails it, doesn't it? The Florida market isn't a postcard, it's a jungle. It's beautiful, for sure, full of incredible opportunities, but it's also packed with hidden traps for anyone who isn't prepared. Our job today is to hand you the map and the compass.
And here's why this is so important right now. The market is, well, it's changing. After years of absolute frenzy, things are starting to normalize. That means there are more houses to choose from, and they're taking a bit longer to sell. But don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean it's suddenly easy. It just means the power is shifting from sellers to smart, prepared buyers. And our goal is to make sure that's you.
Okay, let's dive in. Before you even think about looking at houses on Zillow, we have to start with the single most important step. Yeah, it's the uncomfortable money talk. Getting this part right is the foundation for everything, and I mean everything, that comes next.
This is it, the big question. And honestly, it's where so many people trip up right at the start. They get a pre-approval letter from a bank and think, great, that's my budget. No, that's what the bank is willing to lend you. A bank is perfectly happy for you to be house poor, where every last penny goes to the mortgage. We want you to buy a house and still be able to live your life. So here's a simple, conservative rule to protect you, the 25% rule. It's easy. Your total monthly housing payment, and that means the whole shebang, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and any HOA fees should be no more than a quarter of your actual take-home pay. Sticking to this simple rule is your shield. It's what keeps you from getting in over your head.
Okay, mortgage types can feel like a confusing alphabet soup, right? But it really just boils down to a few key options. Conventional loans, they're perfect if you've got good credit. FHA loans are a great option if your credit score isn't perfect, but be aware of that mortgage insurance. And for our veterans and active military, the VA loan is an absolute champion. Zero down payment, no monthly mortgage insurance. It's a fantastic benefit. The right one for you just depends on your personal finances.
Now for what might be the best-kept secret in Florida real estate. Think that huge down payment is a barrier you can't cross? Think again. This right here is your secret weapon. Florida is packed with down payment assistance programs. And no, these aren't scams. They are legitimate game changers that can get you into a home. We're talking programs like FL Assist or Hometown Heroes. Seriously, home ownership is way more accessible than most people realize.
All right, your finances are starting to make sense. You've got a plan. Now it's time for phase 2. You cannot, and I repeat, should not, try to go into this jungle by yourself. It's time to assemble your A-team.
Let's just be blunt about this. Trying to buy a house in Florida without your own representation is a terrible idea. It's like trying to do your own dental work. It's going to be painful, and it's going to be costly. That agent whose name is on the for sale sign, they work for the seller. Period. Their job is to get the best deal for them, not for you. You need your own crew.
First up on your team is the buyer's agent. This person is your jungle guide, your negotiator, and your shield. They have what's called a fiduciary duty, which is a fancy legal way of saying they are 100% on your side. They handle the analysis, the negotiations, all of it. And here's the kicker. Their commission is paid by the seller. So you get all this expert help at no direct cost to you. It's pretty much the best deal in real estate.
Next up, your lender. And look, your lender isn't just someone who gives you money. They are a strategic part of your team. A top-tier lender like the Matt Weaver team gives you a massive leg up. Their pre-approval letter, the Weaver letter, is so respected that it can literally be the thing that gets your offer chosen over others. In this market, a lender's reputation for speed and reliability is a weapon.
And the final member of your A-team is the truth teller, your home inspector. This is the best few $100 you will ever spend. This person's job is to save you from buying a beautiful-looking money pit. In Florida, they've got to check the big four: the roof, the AC, the structure, and the plumbing. The report gives you peace of mind, sure, but it's also a powerful tool for negotiating.
Okay, your team is assembled. You're ready to start the hunt. But remember what we said, it's a jungle out there, and the biggest dangers are the ones you don't see coming. So now, let's talk about how to spot Florida's hidden gator traps.
First, just a quick lay of the land. It's important to know that Florida isn't just one big market. You've got totally different vibes, from the laid-back panhandle to the theme park energy of Central Florida to the beautiful Gulf Coast and the fast-paced Atlantic coast. Each one has its own personality, its own price points, and its own unique challenges.
All right, now for the stuff that isn't glamorous but is absolutely critical. Before you fall in love with the kitchen, check the FEMA map. Is this house in a high-risk flood zone? That's going to have a huge impact on your insurance. Think about your actual life. What's the commute like? Where's the closest grocery store? And even if you don't have kids, pay attention to the schools. A good school district is one of the biggest factors in a home's future value.
Let's talk about insurance, because in Florida, it's a whole different beast. You don't just have one deductible, you have two. For hurricane damage, you have a separate, much higher one. So let's say you have a common 2% deductible on a $400,000 home. That means if a hurricane hits, you are on the hook for the first $8,000 of damage. That's a staggering, budget-breaking number you have to be ready for.
And if you remember only one thing from this section, please let it be this. Your standard homeowner's insurance policy does not, let me say that again, does not cover damage from flooding or storm surge. That is a completely separate policy. We're talking about a state that's a flat peninsula surrounded by warm water. Going without flood insurance here is a gamble you just can't afford to lose.
Now, if you're looking at a condo or a home in a planned community, you're going to have an HOA, a homeowners association, and you need to investigate it like a detective. I'm talking a full-on inquisition. Get the documents. Are their finances solid, or are they about to slap you with a huge fee? Check their rules. Can you have your dog? Where can you bark? An HOA can be great, or it can be a total nightmare. Do your homework.
Okay, after all those warnings, how about some really good news? If you're going to live in the home, Florida offers what is basically the holy grail of property tax breaks, the homestead exemption. It knocks a good chunk off your home's taxable value, which is nice, but the real magic is the Save Our Homes cap. This limits how much your property's assessed value can go up each year. In a place where values can skyrocket, this is a massively powerful tool for keeping your home affordable for the long haul.
Okay, you've done the prep. You've found a place. You know how to spot the traps. You're at the home stretch. Now it's time for the final phase, going from I like this house to I own this house. Let's talk about making an offer and getting those keys in your hand.
In today's market, a winning offer isn't always the highest offer. It's the cleanest offer. It's the one that tells the seller, this person is serious and they're not going to cause problems. That means pricing it right based on real data, showing your financial muscle with that rock-solid pre-approval, and using smart protections for yourself that don't spook the seller. Your agent's job is to put this all together into a professional package that screams, yes! As you get to the finish line, you're going to meet the unsung heroes of the transaction, the title company. Think of them as part detective, part banker. They do a deep dive into the property's history to make sure it's legally clear to sell. They issue title insurance, which protects your claim to the property forever. And they act as the neutral party that holds all the money securely until the deal is officially done. They're absolutely vital.
And that's it. You made it through the jungle. After this, you are no longer just a tourist wandering around the Florida real estate market. You are now armed with an insider's playbook. You have the knowledge you need to sidestep the traps and to make smart, confident, powerful decisions for your future.
So you've got the map. You know who needs to be on your team. You understand the terrain and its hidden dangers. You've done the hard part. The only thing left to do is to take that first step. The next move is yours. Are you ready to start your Florida story?